I'm going to do an insight video today. I don't usually do a reading on a Saturday because I usually sort of go to the gym. I've been at work all week and I tend to do like them all week. And then I sort of like I come home and just go to the gym and try and relax and stuff like that. However, I feel like I was sort of like it was impressed upon me to do this reading today or this insight today. Over like yesterday, over the last couple of days, I've been talking about source and I'm talking about the notion of source and the reality of source and source essence and source creator and stuff like that. And so yesterday I was sort of like I was on the bus at work and there's some insights coming in, and they were talking about like the source code. Like source code is like this different aspects of source creation, and it was talking again about sort of like the 3D blueprint and how like the 3D blueprint is the physical sort of expression of source creation. Is the physical sort of hard things that we can touch and see, and that's source creation manifested as as a 3D blueprint. And then it was talking about like 5D blueprint, and it was talking, and this is all part of like the source creation, but like the source code. The code is like an activation where your consciousness goes to a certain level and you start seeing beyond what sort of like the 3D blueprint, and you're seeing beyond sort of like beyond that 3D blueprint into like the energetic blueprint where you start to access source as a vibration, as a frequency. And this is what the discussion was about. And again, I've been talking about the universal laws and how they are interlinked into the shift of consciousness into source energy and source creation. These are like tools to start to for us to shift our consciousness and to come onto that higher sort of vibration and frequency. uh, and like so you've got like the 3D blueprint, which is very much around like the physical. So it's like all physical objects, like a physical pen looks like a pen, because that's your physical mind seeing the 3D blueprint. But that pen is also source energy and creation, you know that is manifested. And then if you look beyond it, there's like the fifth dimension. You start to see things vibrate. They vibrate with energy, and this is the fifth dimension. This is where you're starting to access cut source as like the oneness vibration and the oneness frequency of the universal laws, and the universal law of perpetual transmutation, where you start to see beyond the physical, and you start to see the energetic world, and you see the energetic vibrations and frequencies of things, of objects and beings. And it also shifts your consciousness, because you go into a fifth dimensional conscious shift of awareness and insight, where you start to see that we're all vibrating beings, that all creation is source, which is part of oneness, and that we're all vibrating, and we're all vibrating as energy, as energy beings. And we're all existing in one moment, in the eternal moment of an eternal vibration, of an eternal frequency, of oneness, of source like creation. So that's the shift to the fifth. And then they were telling me about shifting to the sixth dimension. And the sixth dimension is where you awaken to your own creator, your own source creator. And this was the new piece of insight that they gave yesterday, or I felt like it gave to me yesterday, or come online with me yesterday. So how this works is like we're all source energy, but we're all individual like creators, where we create our reality. And again, this goes straight back to the universal law of correspondence, where we start to enter our creator essence and our creator consciousness, and we start to create reality and we manifest it. And this is, again, is spiritual alchemy, what people will talk about spiritual alchemy, and this is what it is. So the creator is like, when I've been talking about this feeling or this sense of being at the heart center. So how I can explain it, like when you're in your creator, it's like you're in your light, your essence, you're in your source energy vibration, which is directly connected to source, which sustains us and gives us that energy, that vibration that we're born from. So we're an open channel then. So we're an open channel to consciousness, that source energy creates and manifests everything. And as we're born from it as a creator, we also have access to create and manifest. And if we could do this, it's all beings awaken to their source creator, then we'd all create from oneness. We'd all create from a oneness vibration and a oneness frequency. And how it feels to me when I'm in my source creator is like energy on the external world in the 3D blueprint. It's in the 3D blueprint, so the energy is like physical outside, but there's also a shift in consciousness and an awareness of that energy, because I also see I see beyond the 3D blueprint to the 5D blueprint where everything vibrates with energy, a frequency. So I see it physically on the outer aspect of self. So it's like 3D, 5D, and 6D all come online, and they all vibrate, and they all vibrate in harmony. And this is the creator consciousness. This is the creator aspect of your being, of source, that comes, the source creator that comes online. So when it comes online, how it feels to me is, or how I can explain it, because it's very difficult to explain these things sometimes. It's like when you, so I'm in my energy, I'm in my source creator consciousness. The external world is physical, like it sees physical in a way. My human mind is seeing the physical objects, but they're also vibrating with energy, and they're vibrating with the essence of source energy. And when I'm in my creator, how it feels is I become light, I become essence, I become conscious, so that source creator consciousness. And then what I feel like is I'm inside my source creator vibration and frequency. And when I look out to the external world, it's like I'm just light and energy. I'm light and energy through my eyes, I'm light and energy through my heart, I'm light and energy through my crown, my third eye and my crown. And what it feels like is then my source center and my source energy vibrates. And what I do then is I create from that inner source consciousness essence, and then it vibrates a frequency with the external reality, and that external reality then harmonizes with my inner creator consciousness and source energy. And then what happens is that light and energy frequency is manifesting and creating a reality and a vision externally outside of me, but I'm creating it because I'm in my creator. So this is the kind of shift in consciousness and awareness that the beings, like the infinite beings and source energy and source light creation, is bringing online for many of us at the moment. And this is the shift in awareness and consciousness. So once you enter that creator aspect of consciousness and essence of self, of source, then you start to create and manifest. So that's like the new shift and the new awareness, and it's like the new insight that I felt like was impressed on me, and I felt it was really important to sort of like share with you, with everybody, because I feel it's a really like a big shifting in consciousness and awareness for all of us, that if we can all access our creator aspects of essence, of source essence, then we can start to vibrate and create from our own creators, but create a reality and a vision of oneness, because that's where we'd create from, because source is born, source creates harmony, union, oneness, and then we will create from there. So as a collective, we can shift and change the whole of our reality in like, you know, in one moment, in that internal moment, if we all awaken to our creator. So it's a massive shift in that way, a massive shift of collective vision, of collective consciousness, a collective awareness, and a collective awakening to essence and source consciousness and source creator that is in. And that source creator is not just in me, it's in all of us. I'm no different to anybody else, we're all the same. And I've also thinking about this, because I've been thinking about things over the last couple of days, like in my sort of like, in my journey, I've done like mindfulness coaching, I did life coaching, I've studied crystals and things like that as well. All these kind of things are all sort of like part of my awareness and my expansion to consciousness and collective consciousness, and my own journey of coming back to my creator and my essence, my source, and it's all been around that. And I've been thinking about like reality and source, and the creator's been coming online the last couple of days. And when I've been talking about the universal law of correspondence, it's got a very practical application, because what you start to see is all disturbances in your life of frequencies, where your frequency changes. Like a frequency is just It's an energy vibration, and your frequency changes by your thoughts and your feelings. So in that sense, you start to realize from the universal law of correspondence that all disturbances within your reality are manifested from you, from your center, from within, from your creator. So like, or from that essence, from that universal law of correspondence, your source, what you create and manifest from your source creator, any disturbances of thoughts, feelings, anything like that, because you've got to realize that from the creator all things are manifested and all things are created. So from there, an external event or an external person or an external thing that happens, the reality comes from how you respond to it and how you react to it. So what you create from that. So when disturbances come in, what I was doing yesterday is in a practical application, is I was seeing that everything that happened, so like, say if somebody spoke to me rudely, then I react to that. But I react to that with an emotion or a thought. But if I react from that, if I go back into my center and see that I'm creating my reaction to that event, then I'm creating the disturbance in my reality, and I'm creating that disturbance in my consciousness and my harmony and in my vibration and in my frequency. So you start to realize that you through your source creator, you those disturbances are only created by how you react, and then you start to realize that you can align them, that you can dissolve them, that you can align them, dissolve them, or put them back into harmony. You do that. No, and like, you start to realize you are not powerless, that all beings and every event around you are, they have, that has no power over you. The only thing that's real and true reality is what you create from your source creator, and the disturbances come from your essence and your source creator that you're creating and manifesting. So in that sense, nothing beyond around you can create disharmony. Nothing around you can create disruption in you unless you, by what you create and how you react and respond to it. So in a way, that's got a practical application, and I think it's important to apply sometimes practical applications, because we're still in a 3D consciousness, even though we are shifting to that 5D consciousness of source energy levels, and we start to realize then that the creator comes online where we create and manifest. But if one aspect of those three, that 3D reality and the 5D reality and the 6D reality, are out of alignment, then you're not in harmony. And that's what creates the disruption in your energy and your vibration and your frequency. And this is why it's really important. And this is the kind of thing that I want to explore more and more through my own journey, because I have for a long time. I have, like, I'm a very sensitive being. I always have been. I have anxieties. I have things like that, and I'm always looking for tools. And this is what put me on the journey to go for mindfulness and life coaching, was to find ways of or like strategies of bringing my energy back into harmony all the time, which is coming back into source and coming back into that universal one, or that coming back into source oneness and vibration and frequency. So this is what brought me onto this journey from a very young age. I'm 48 now, and I started this journey when I was 18. I had like a big sort of like spiritual experience at 18, and from there on I've been on this journey. So for 30 years I've been doing this, which is nothing in like in like source energy and vibration freaking. 30 years is nothing, it's a blink of an eye. But what I'm saying to you is, these kind of tools are really important, because they bring us kind of like bringing spiritual principles, spiritual laws, spiritual vibration, spiritual insight and consciousness to the 3D world. And when we do that, then we shift the 3D world from a 3D perspective, and we shift it deeper to a collective perspective of a 5D consciousness and a oneness vibration. So it's really important that we integrate these things and bring them online. And this is what's going on for many of us. But I really wanted to share about the source creator, because that's a, like, for me, that's a game changer for me personally in my own sort of consciousness. That I'm not powerless anymore. I'm actually the creator, and all I have to do is just release disturbances or align them, so I can release anxiety, and I can release, a different way of being, so I can be in harmony more, and shift past these daily things of these challenges, and also seeing, that I can take a moment to go past the 3D reality blueprint into the 5D reality, and then go into the source creator to manifest and create a reality beyond, beyond what is happening externally, and also knowing that in a sense, I'm the architect of that. And they've used this word, like the architect. I don't know why I've just used that word, because it's not a word I would use, but I felt like I wanted to say I am the architect. So I feel that's coming from somewhere else, because that's not my language. I don't use architect. And again, it sort of like helps us to move past and to see that we're all one vibration, and we're all part of oneness, vibration and frequency and harmony. But it also helps us move past labeling things good, bad, up, down, left, right, and limiting things with time and stuff like that, because we know we're a creator being in a creator vibration. We're a creator being in source. We're a source creator in the oneness vibration, in our essence. And essence is ever changing, ever evolving vibrations and frequencies, or an ever flowing of the infinite symbol of eight, that's flowing in and out to us all the time. And at any moment, at any time, and in that eternal moment, we are the architect of our own reality. We are the manifester. We are the creator. So what we do is, we know that now that nothing's good or bad. All existence is always ever changing, and we have the power through creation and through our source creator to manifest and create something different. And that really is the insight for today. And this is why I wanted to do this kind of insight video today, because I feel like I said, it's a real game changer. It's a funny word to say, game changer. It's not a game. Life isn't a game, but it's for me, it's a shifting consciousness and reality that brings online a different way of being, and it allows us to be more in harmony and not to take things so personally from the external world, because we know everything on the external world is an illusion, and everything that comes in our creator, we are the architect of that. So we can manifest, dissolve, align and create, and shift and change at will, at that in that creator will. And this is really, really, really good insight. So I'm going to leave it there anyway.